Welcome to my vlog.
Oh yeah, welcome to Shadow Palms Vlog. It's a party up in here. Party all day, party all night. Come on, join the fun. Subscribe. Show 'em what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Hi all and welcome. It's been quite a while since I've done a vlog. I think the last one was the tutorial on the cat and nine tails. Anyway, as some of you may know, I planned on changing my haunt this year. I'm really going to change it up. Shadow of Palms? Who the hell's Shadow of Palms? Does he even have a haunt? Man, it's been a long time. Yeah, okay, I kind of phoned him in the last few years. The last few years I've been really busy with doing Spooky Empire, and this year I've decided to take off from Spooky Empire, so I'm not going to be doing that this October. So anyone who is hoping to see me this year there won't be there this year. Of course, all my stuff is still available on the website, but just not going to be doing Spooky this year. I wanted to focus a little more on my haunt. And I'm, well, you know, incredibly lazy. Oh, wait a minute. Did I pass up an opportunity for shameless self-promotion? Not a chance. www.mysteriouspass.com. Oh, and now I also have a new web address, www.vampirekillingkits.com. So either of those will bring you to my website. Because I did want to change it up a lot. I decided I'm going to go a lot more towards projection illusions. A lot more in projection illusions. Matter of fact, 90% of the haunt's going to be projection illusions. I've always been fascinated by it. I think it's really cool and figured I'd give it a shot. I tried last year. Some of you know from my haunt last year, I had 2 projection illusions that went really well, really popular. So I thought, you know, this time I'm just going to go all out with it. Actually, I guess I had 3 projection illusions because I had the talking head on a stick and then the 2 ghosts in the window. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to vlog it. I've been working on a lot of it already, but I haven't been vlogging it, so I figured, you know, I should really vlog it because I'm kind of learning as I'm going. I'm doing different things, and I want to share that with you because some of you may want to try some of the stuff I'm doing and may not. Some of the things I'm going to be doing with the illusions is creating my own videos. Okay, am I the only one here who sees this ending in total disaster? I mean, really, I got one word for you. Dragon. You know what, actually I might even put a dragon in this one. And to do that I'm going to be using some software, some of it free, some of it not. So if you'd like, I can do some tutorials on how I'm doing it. For example, I'm going to have some zombies with heads that are projected on where the zombies will be talking and all. Now the zombies themselves, how I did the video of that is 3D software. So it's sort of a virtual head that then I create. I have the lip sync to whatever he's saying and then project that back onto the head. Wow, that all sounds so complicated and high-techy. Well, y'all know I'm about as lazy as you can get, so I can guarantee it's actually really easy. It's really simple stuff. So just it's easy. So very similar to my talking head on a stake. If any of you who have seen my haunt have seen that. So I'm going to do a few of those. Of course, I'm going to do the bride thing too. That's always cool. The ghost bride, and I'm going to do that with projection as well. I'm also going to be doing a really cool thing in the whole front of the house. Is going to be I'm going to be using projection mapping, and I'm going to be using a free program for that. And I'll go into that a little bit more in a later vlog. Now that's going to be, a lot of things are going to be going on. I was testing some of that last night where, you know, it looks like the bricks in front of my house just suddenly give way and blow up, and there's a vortex and a graveyard behind that. I thought that was kind of neat. It still needs a lot of work, so I'm going to be working on that. Okay, I know. Loosely translated, still needs a lot of work, really means, well, it sucks. But it's actually coming out pretty cool. I think it's going to be cool. A little bit of work. Little bit of work. Alright, it needs a lot of work, but it's going to be cool. Ooh. Yeah, and you know what else I'm doing? I'm going to do Grim Grinning Ghosts. I know what you're saying. Everybody does Grim Grinning Ghosts. There's a million of them out there with the whole, that This is gonna be cool though. I wanted to do this for years. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. That's what I keep telling myself anyway. And doing some other stuff. But I thought I would vlog it, and since I hadn't vlogged in a while, and share some of the stuff I'm doing, because I'm kind of learning as I'm going along. And maybe some of you that are doing, you know, maybe a whole projection illusion thing, or just a few, might be able to learn from a little bit of my mistakes. I don't know, we'll see. First thing I needed to do was buy some projectors. Now, I bought a few different kinds of projectors, and that can be the most expensive part of switching my haunt over to projection illusions. But I was lucky. I found some really good deals on eBay. I got these. Let me show you what I got here. Okay, I'm just going to edit out the whole me rummaging around in my closet for an hour. And just cut right to the part where I got it in my hand. I got 3 of these. Now, these are ugly as hell, but what they are is they're ultra short throw projectors. So basically, from 4 feet away, you can get an 8-foot projection, which is really cool. And I can go back and get a lot larger projection. These were really, really expensive when they were new, but now you can find them on eBay fairly inexpensive. Working, everything in great shape. You can get them usually around 130 bucks. I got these for 20 each. And the reason for that is they're worthless without the remote control. Well, I had a Harmony 1000, which is a programmable remote control, and I did some research and found that I could program the remote to work on these guys. So because of that, I was able to buy ones that didn't have the remote, which usually go a little cheaper. Also, if you find them that have older bulbs, where the bulbs are kind of at the end of their life, you get cheaper as well. And I found a really good deal on bulbs, was able to get those for about 30 bucks. So I was able to replace the bulbs on them, and now with the remote, it was great. Got a really great deal, really cheap. So I got a few of these, so these will be helpful. Also got another large projector, which isn't a short throw, so that one's going to be from further away. I might use that for the rear projection in the garage. I'm going to have the garage open with a curtain there, sort of. I'll explain how I'm going to do the rear projection too. I've tested that on a couple other things I did and last year, and it worked really well. I'm using frosted shower curtains, believe it or not. Make excellent rear screen projections. Works fantastic. So I got some more of those. I'm going to do those. Okay, here's where I look around and go for about 10 minutes, because it's been a while since I vlogged, and apparently I've forgotten how to speak the English language. So we'll just edit that out. Okay. Oh, also the other projectors I've got. So far I've got 8 projectors, which I think will do the trick, because the larger projectors, with projection mapping, I'll be able to handle several things with the one larger projector. So I think 8 projectors should be able to do it for me. Like I said, I've got those big orange monstrosities, which are awesome. I love those. I've got another NEC projector, which is a large projector, and then I got a bunch of these guys. Oh, look, I'm off to the closet again. I really got to start planning these things a little better. Now, any of you who have done projection before have probably seen these. They're pretty fairly popular in the haunt community because they're cheap. They're sort of easy to use, because you can put the SD card right in it and have it repeat. They're out there on the internet. You can find them for all kinds of different price ranges. I got these. I think mine were about 50 a piece. All different ones that look almost identical, but a lot of them are different. I had to shop through a lot of them, return a lot of them, because there's a lot of them that say they're 400 lux, and they're not. They're not even close to it. These are 48 lux. Nothing compared to the orange ones that I showed you. I think those are 2,000 or 1,500 lux. These are only 48 lux, but they're great if you're doing just a close-up. I used them for my head on a stake last year, and they worked great. So as long as it's not too lighted of an area and you can get a pretty good shot at what you're doing, if you're doing something small, it works really good. The quality on these isn't super high either. A lot of times you see them advertised HD. They're not. They can take an HD signal, but they're like, I can't remember what the native on this. I think it's like 320. Yeah, here we go. 320 by by 240 resolution. So it's really not, it's kind of grainy, but for the illusions that I'm doing, they worked great. I used them for the ghosts in the windows last year, and also for my head on a stake, and they worked really good. Fairly cheap, easy to use. So I've got a bunch of these too. I think I got 4 of these that I'm going to be using as well. So anyway, enough of the hardware. I'll show you some of the stuff I've been working on. I originally wanted to do all of my own projections, creating all my own illusions. So I did some ghosts and stuff like that, but then you look out there like spectral illusions and what's the other one? Atmosphere FX. Atmosphere FX has some really cool DVDs out there, and now you can actually buy and download, so you can buy the individual ghost that you like or the clip that you like and download it for $10 as opposed to where before you had to buy the whole $40 DVD. So that's kind of nice, and I'll probably wind up going with a few of those, although I'm trying to create as many of my own as possible, and I'm pretty happy with the way they came out, but I'll show you a couple examples of those. They still need some work, and you can let me know if you like them. If you like them and you're interested, I can do a tutorial on it. Again, I did most of them with 3D software, free 3D software. Actually, for most of it, I used DAZ, which is a free software. But the models that I used, I don't think they were free. Most of them weren't, but I've collected them over the years. But you know, I'll show you those, see what you think of that, and if you're interested, I'll do a tutorial on using that to create your own illusions. Now, to make them ghost-like, though, I did use After Effects, which is a more expensive program. I'm lucky enough to have access to it through a membership I have with Adobe. But you know, there are other ways you can get around it with whatever software you're using for your vlogs or for whatever video software you're using. There's probably some things you can do to get very similar effects, if not the same effects. So that's another thing. So alright, let me go ahead now, enough of my yakking. I'll show you a couple examples of what I've been working on, and see what you guys think. Please leave comments and let me know. If you want to know how I did anything, or if you have a better idea and you're like, wow, you're really doing this a dumb way, there's a better way to do it, please feel free to comment and let me know. Alright, cool. Well, let's get a look at what I've been working on. Okay, so here's a quick look at a couple of the zombie heads I'm working on. These were just done real quick just to kind of get it lined up. I still need to do some work on them. As you can see, I'm just projecting them onto a regular wig head. The wig head hasn't been modified yet, so I'm going to modify it a bit so it fits the features of the projected face a little better. There's another one of the zombie heads. So still need a little work, so that should be fun. That's all I'm going to pretty much show you today because the video is running a little long, but I'm going to do another one tomorrow, and I'll show you some of the other projects I'm working on. Okay, like I said, that's all I'm going to show today. I was going to show more, but the video is getting really long, and I don't want to go over 15 minutes. Just too long for a vlog. But tomorrow I'll do another one. Tomorrow or the next day, probably tomorrow, and I'll show you some of the ghost illusions. I'm really excited about those. I think I did a real good job with the ones that I created myself. I'll show them to you, see what you think. If you're interested in knowing how I did any of these things, like I said, I'll be more than happy to do a vlog on a tutorial on it. Just leave me a comment. So I'll show you the ghost illusions tomorrow and maybe a couple other things. And so I'm just going to be vlogging on a regular basis now, from now till Halloween, as I put together this train wreck, haunt, and hopefully it'll all come together by Halloween. So thanks for watching, and as always, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Later, dude. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe.